Life will knock you down. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. At some point, every single one of us will face failure, whether it's personal, professional, or some other part of life. It's unavoidable. You'll fail at something. Maybe you'll fail a test, miss an opportunity, lose a job, or even fail in your relationships. It's a reality of life. But here's what most people don't understand. It's not the failure that matters. It's what you do after you fall that defines who you are and what you become. You've heard it said that success is about winning, right? We're raised to believe that success means going up, reaching the top, and staying there. But let me tell you something, if you think success means a straight path, no failures, no setbacks, then you're not really thinking about success. The real path to success is messy. It's filled with hurdles, mistakes, missteps, and sometimes even complete crashes. But here's the key. Failure isn't the end of your story. It's the beginning of a new chapter if you know how to handle it. And the secret to handling failure is falling forward. Let me explain what I mean. The world tells you that you have to be perfect, that you need to always be strong, always be successful, and always be right. But that's a lie. The reality is that perfection isn't real. The world doesn't need more perfect people. The world needs people who are willing to take risks, who aren't afraid to fail, who are willing to fall down, pick themselves back up, and try again. We're too focused on this idea that we have to avoid mistakes at all costs. And as a result, we end up avoiding trying things that could change our lives. But here's the truth. The moment you're willing to embrace failure, you open the door to growth, to learning, to real success. Think about it. The most successful people you admire, whether they're athletes, entrepreneurs, entertainers, or anyone who's accomplished something big, they didn't get there because they were perfect. They got there because they failed. They got there because they tried and then tried again and then failed again, but they never stopped. And here's what they learned: failure isn't the end of the road. It's part of the process. It's part of how you get better, how you get stronger, and how you get closer to the person you're meant to become. I know it's hard to think that way, especially when you're in the middle of a failure. When you're facing that moment when it feels like you've given everything and it still wasn't enough. When you're feeling like you've hit a wall, or you're standing at the edge of a cliff, looking down and wondering, how did I get here? How did I fail so badly? It's easy to feel defeated. It's easy to think that failure is a reflection of who you are, but it's not. Failure doesn't define you. It refines you. It shapes you. It teaches you. And it's through those difficult moments that you discover who you really are, what you're truly capable of, and where your true strength lies. We're all going to face failure in our lives. It might not happen on a big stage where everyone is watching, but you're going to face it in some form, whether it's losing something or someone important, whether it's failing at a job, or whether it's trying to build something and seeing it crumble. But when you do fall, when you experience that failure, don't look at it as the end. Look at it as an opportunity. An opportunity to learn, to grow, to pick yourself up and keep moving. Because success isn't about avoiding failure, it's about learning how to fall forward. The term fall forward may sound a little odd at first. It sounds like a contradiction, right? Falling is something we try to avoid. But think about it for a moment. When you fall forward, you're still moving in the right direction. Even if it's not at the pace you imagined, you're still making progress. You're still heading toward your goal. even if it doesn't feel like it. Every time you get up, you're getting a little stronger. Every time you fail, you're learning something new. Every time you fall forward, you're closer to who you need to be in order to succeed. There's something else you need to understand about failure. People talk about success like it's this grand moment when everything just clicks, but that's not how it works. Success is built on the back of failure. It's built on the lessons learned from those times when you've been knocked down and had to pick yourself up. It's built on those moments when you thought you couldn't go on, but you did anyway. That's the foundation of true success. And the only way to build that foundation is to embrace failure, to fall forward, and to keep moving. Now, you may be wondering, how do I know if I'm falling forward or if I'm just falling down and staying there? Well, the answer is simple. You keep moving. The key is persistence. You don't quit. You don't stay down. The real test of your character isn't how you fall, but how you get back up. You fall, you learn, and then you stand up stronger. You get better, you get smarter, you get tougher, you fall forward. And here's the thing, when you fall forward, you're not just learning for yourself. You're building resilience. And resilience is what separates those who make it from those who don't. The people who succeed, the people who achieve their dreams, the people who overcome are not the ones who never fail, they're the ones who fall. Learn from it and keep going. They're the ones who keep falling forward. They're the ones who understand that failure is just a pit stop, not the end of the road. Let's be clear, there's no magic formula for success. There's no easy path. If there were, everyone would be successful. But there's one thing that will get you closer than anything else, and that's persistence. That's falling forward. That's never giving up, even when it feels like everything is stacked against you. It's about learning from every setback, every disappointment, every mistake, and turning those lessons into fuel to keep going. And here's the most important part. When you fall forward, you're not just doing it for you. You're doing it for everyone who's watching you. You're doing it for the people who are struggling, the ones who don't think they can make it, the ones who feel alone. By falling forward, you give them hope. You show them that they too can rise, that they too can keep going. You become the example of resilience, the example of persistence, the example of what it means to never give up. I don't care where you come from, what you've been through, or what you've lost, everyone has the ability to fall forward. It's not about being perfect. It's not about getting everything right. It's about showing up, falling down, getting back up, and trying again. It's about learning from every failure and using that lesson to move forward. It's about persistence and resilience and never, ever giving up. So fall forward. Fall with everything you have, and when you get back up, fall forward again. Keep moving. Keep growing. And remember, success isn't about avoiding failure. It's about learning from it, building from it, and pushing forward with everything you've got. Because the road to success isn't about how many times you fall, it's about how many times you get back up. And if you can keep getting back up, you'll make it. You'll succeed. You'll be unstoppable. So when you fall, and you will fall forward. And when you rise, rise with more strength, and more purpose than ever before. And know that the next time you fall, you'll be even closer to the person you were meant to become.